I'm here to celebrate curly hair. Who here has curly hair? I made the recipe today that a lot of people were talking about, the hibiscus leaves. And I added it to my hemp shampoo. And I added a little lemon. And my scalp feels really nice. So curly hair, Nattys, Loxx, Nuts. From when I was little, they used to call me N Nuts, wild woman, because of my black curly hair. I guess you should say this is curly. My mom used to say she would like make one spit curl. That's how she would cut my hair. Just take each curl, trim the hair. As a little girl, they said I had just like a little afro, one curl at a time. I've gone through perms. That was a phase. I probably even straightened it once or twice. That was a phase. I used to color it. That was a phase. Now I drink out of a copper water bottle, and I have a big birthday coming up. Hardly any gray. This is it, natural hair. Just a few whites around the front. And now they say if you use that botana oil, you get rid of it. So this is my curly hair. This is the second time I've had locks. So as a little girl, again, my mom would just take each curl, she called them spit curls, and just cut the curls. I've had those ugly, nasty perms where you put those tiny little rollers and it was really curly. And we used to blow it out with the diffuser. This is the second time I've made locks, and they're definitely a lot thicker than they were the first time. So curly hair. Again, mom used to just trim each curl. Every time I went to the hair salon, I felt like they just did not know how to do my hair. They knew like thick hair, really curly hair. They would know how to straighten it. Maybe they'd know how to diffuse it. They always overdid my hair. They always made it look frizzy and dry. The curls didn't look pretty and soft. So I mostly did my own hair. I went to cosmetology and studied, about hair and the hair science and, how to just let it be natural. So my first set of locks, I let it grow, and this, what was her name? Yaya, shout out Yaya in Atlanta, Georgia. Yaya told me stop washing. So my hair was about down to here at that time. I stopped washing. She said I had to let the oils get to it naturally. And then she took me one day and she just twisted up sections, and I guess she did some backcombing and stitching, and it took her about 4 hours. And I love my locks. I love my locks. They were really nice. When she finished it, it was like down to here. Neat pieces, probably like half the size of these, I think. It was pretty small. I don't remember if she gave me like a middle part or how she set it up. Big up Yaya. And but it was really cool. Unfortunately, I was living in a mold home at the time. So curly hair, my hair is so fine, it just attracts. Like right now, these feel like wool. If anybody want to touch them. They're soft. They get like a little hard at the tip, but it really feels like wool. It feels like I have a wool hat on my head. So yeah, the first time I did them, she did them actually. And I didn't have much maintenance. I would just twist in between. And then I went through toxic mold and I had to cut them. So now I could start doing them now while they're a little wet. Although I just want to kind of get the water out. Yeah, first. I feel like I don't really want to twist them, I like them more natural. I got used to liking my hair more natural, and that is it. Little frizz, little fuzz. I don't care. I don't know. I think everybody's so obsessed to put like every hair in place. It's windy. These seasons, have changed. And I think we spend too much time obsessing about like every hair in place. One thing my mother always told me, which I guess is another part of curly hair and having more hair, is brush up the eyebrows. That's for another day. I have a story about the eyebrows. But the hair, the curly hair, just let it go. Just be natural. And the color. And as I said, I'm going to try that botana oil, because they said that botana oil, you will not have any more whites. And I wouldn't mind. I got used to loving my black hair. I know this. I'm here to talk about curly hair. So what do you guys think? Curly hair? Curly hair is in. So the first set of locks, yeah, they were beautiful, but they started shrinking. they started moving up and up and up and up, and my face was getting really distorted. You could go check it out on the Clean Way with MariLana. I felt so awful. I couldn't even look in the mirror. I didn't know who was looking back. And my beautiful locks just changed and they shrunk. So this time I waited a long time because after the mold, I had to shave out my locks. I had swine flu. It was really awful, guys. That was before COVID. I learned. I was wearing a mask. I was in a whole different environment. I learned about how to keep the hair from letting the mold, the pollen get to it, just like, you know, your pets. And locks will absorb. That's why a lot of people wrap up their locks when they're out, because the locks will absorb a lot of energy. My hair, even though it's like to here, my locks are to here, my hair is like down to here when I lock them. So again, the first time, I loved them. They were really cool. And but they started shrinking. So 6 months into, after living in a mold home, the doctor said, I think you're not cleaning them. No matter what you're doing to clean them, it's not getting, you know, you're not getting the shampoo in there, you know, there's no guarantee. So she said, go home and like trim them and see what's happening. But she said, I think that's really gonna help you. So I went home, I called Yaya. I was like, Yaya, and she said, all right, take one lock. So I took the front one and she said, just trim it. So I trimmed it, I trimmed it, and I trimmed it. And again, I digress from curly hair, but this is a natural thing about curly hair and locks. And each time I trimmed it, y'all, it was white, fuzzy, gross. Oh, Lord, it was really scary. So I just took the scissor and just basically had to like kind of shear off my locks. And I was really sad because I wanted locks my whole life. I finally had the guts to make my hair just knot up. My hair always knotted, you know, and it took a lot to make it smooth. It could look pretty and beautiful when I would first do it, and then it would just fly away in the wind. I had a lot of hair, but it's very light, very, 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 very light, very thin. Yeah, very, very light, and it just would fly away and get that, you know, that frizzy, that Natty look. That's why they would call me Natty. So I had to shave them off, let it grow out. Got the swine flu right after shaving them off. And then it started to grow again, but my scalp, thank you. My scalp was off, guys. My scalp was still like moldy and itchy. So it took me a few years after the mold again to get my scalp kind of right. I even went to the dermatologist a little bit. There was some stuff they had to burn off. And then last year, I said, you know what? I'm ready again. Thank you. Mwah. And my hair was down to here. And I just stopped washing. I said, let me just see what it does. And it locked really pretty quick. I stopped washing, and my Nattys, my Wild Woman of Borneo hair, this is it. This is all natural. I just washed it. Again, I just washed it with that hibiscus shampoo this morning. And pretty amazing. Homemade shampoo. Make my own shampoo. No, I did use a little coconut oil conditioner on the ends. And so I let it grow, and it just started locking up really fast. I just let it dry one day curly. And I wanted it to kind of naturally go the way it did. And then I went to Jamaica, and it was long still. It was like here, but it really had all just locked up. It just really just locked up. It was, I didn't know what to do. It kind of moved faster than I thought it would. So when I went to Jamaica, my niece did, if anybody knows, any yardies on the line, they call it sister locks. So she had to kind of rip some sections apart, and they make 2 sections, twist it, and then they twist those together, so it gives it a lot more strength. So yeah, they're called sister locks. I feel like they're almost called wicks because they're really pretty big, you know, and it's pretty stiff, you know. I mean, this is just washed. When it dries, it's a little more pliant. When they're wet, I feel like this can injure somebody, you know. I could smack it. Let me see if I can let you hear it on something. Can you hear it? Let me hit the phone. I don't know if you were able to hear that. All right, I don't want to get whiplash. I shouldn't be doing that because I have a bad neck. Oh, man. So they, yeah, when they're wet, they're kind of stiff. So funny enough, it is much less care. I don't really like when they get wet unless I'm out at the beach. I'm drying them in the sun, and then it feels much better. But right now, it's actually not too bad today. So I dressed up in this outfit, but I think I'm going to go finish my video. My Zimbabwe no pain video, because of course it was cloudy, and as I came on to talk to you guys live, the sun came out. So I think it's good if I go out and let them dry out a little bit. So curly, what do you think, guys? Natural? Is this curly, wavy? I mean, it's not kink. Was always like ringlets. I guess my mother would say ringlets. Mommy used to just, she said, I used to just cut your curls. I just used to pull each curl. And she just used to cut like one curl at a time. So I feel like that's the way it is now. When Jamaicans see me or Africans, they're like, oh, I'd love to twist your hair. Because I think they like it neat. They want to see the little sections. And I don't want to see my scalp. The purpose of locks to me is it's protection. I mean, this really definitely gives me protection. The first ones were not so thick. Again, it's like having a thick, you know, woven sweater on your head. I think I made the mistake of backcombing. So she did the sister locks, and then when I came home, I backcombed, and I think that made them shrink a little bit. So then the last couple of times I've been washing them, I'm kind of like pulling at them a little bit to stretch them back out, and I feel like now it's starting to weight down. It's starting to weight down. I can't wait till I can, like, you know, make a knot on top of my head. My other ones were like that. I love locks that you could just, you know, design them any way you want. I could put them in 2 ponytails. So curly hair, yes, we say yes to curly hair. What do you guys say? Yes to curly hair? Curly hair is the best. Don't straighten. Don't use chemicals. That's my advice. Get batana oil. Get natural products. Make your own products. Make your own soaps. The Clean Way with MariLana. I've been doing that for a long time, you all. And I really want to teach everybody how to do it. My only issue, I love everybody so much. I'm not like always focused on the money. But I need you guys to help now. So I need you guys to like go download my music. Pick your favorite songs. I got a lot of music. I've been just going and going and going. And now I'm slowing down a little bit to just enjoy my own music, you know? Enjoy my own sound. Enjoy the show. And that's it. Curly hair. Yeah, I think it's the best. I think it's really the best. So I was going to come on to talk about strangers today. That was another topic they showed me this morning. Talk about going to a strange place. So I think I'm going to pre-record that one. And I'm definitely going to post this live as well. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. TikTok, it's so great to be back. Yay! And this Thursday, don't forget, I will be live with all the artists. Clean Way in Sound on Clean Way Records, 8 to 10. It's going to be massive. Salute. Yeah, man, I'm here to talk about curly hair and locks. What do you think? It's easy, guys. It's really easy. It's just like no work. And yeah, I don't need them. I don't need them neat. I love that they're like Congo Bongo. I call them Congo Bongo, you know? Wicks. And again, pretty. All right, it falls from there. Let's see. It falls from there. From there, it's pretty stiff. So those were like back brushed. And I think that's why it kind of is so, you know, stiff and thick at the bottom. But again, it's called sister locks, where they intertwine two pieces. Up here, she did one kind of big one. So I'm trying to work on this and like separate it out a little bit. In some ways, it's nice because it like protects the scalp. But then I'll just go in like that sometimes, and you have to just like pull the little hairs to make sure it's not locking up. Because it could definitely lock up pretty easily. I don't know if it's better if it would be more curly. I think more curly would be a little easier. Mine is like wavy curly. All right, TikTok. Love you guys. And go out and support curly hair. And if you've been perming or straightening, just try more natural. And even, you know, so-called Caucasian people, European people, you can lock your hair. I think it looks really cool. Again, it's so easy. Salute. TikTok, curly hair day. It's a good hair day.